This is a suite of free poems that I'm gonna uh rehearse now. First poem is called Vulcanization of the Ventriloquist of the Pleiades. Open your Googleplex cortex, stuffed to the dregs with cistern nut world drizzle nutcrackers. Let the mummiest fat imbibe all the saprozoic sponges of the rustling wilderness beneath the crunchiest platforms of your feet. Walking overnight with the marbled statues across City Street, where all the raccoons hang from the chandeliers of the cobblestone moonstone path. Take the Azores and conquer the entirety of Eurasia with only a bucket of bubblegum ice cream. Kabuk your mind into a peppermint cheese block as you twist open the high-rise apartments stuffed with all possible guillotine dragons. And what do you blaze the steel peregrinated falconer with the flimsy flesh, the billiards, the Chinatown female enchantress, as the opera singers of the Vancouver orchestras become the palm leaves in the gardens of childhood, and the incandescent dragonflies as the archimboled stratagems of the glowworms and scarabs, fetidly bandicoot, the anerography of satanic alchemy and palagenesis somehow slaps together the free-booted Taoist woman and the Maginot Line of all possible Archimboldian Cubist juxtapositions of poetry as your husk of dragon books because sluices open the Mahatmas, squeezing open with their raging skulls the Zabeglione soaked bayous as these mannequins with gigantic coyote revolutions roll open the limousine scissorback according to all the cosmogonic werewolf gorgons as they unveil and wet open the Klondike snow fresh beneath the boots of the draconian and Doric mazes, standing before the solar harpoon, which celestializes the sauerkraut toothpaste tube, the wedding dresses of the giant amphibian medicine dances, and his Grenadian mosque explodes open. All the Esperanto conversing baboons ride in hot rods into the messianic suction cups of heaven as these gigantic sempiternal Koran printed machines twist himself into the Ouroboros computer rooms of these antediluvian gigantic blue horses flipped upside down, lighted with fumigation oil and and environmentalist xenodochy, greasing open the gargantuan meme plexus of windows with anthropoid shaggy medusade hair strands, somehow which melancholia is. All these possible world highways leading into the bumper to bumper possible world multiverse, and this onyx of all the desiccated baptisms of the battering rams, and these synesthesiac mahogany red wine clouds, which bolt open the buttocks of the screaming dream machine, and this Briarwood's Vastaterra, which orbitally eyes. The beauteous melons leaping from the caravans with gigantic puma faces around Amitabha, around the insecticidal idolatries, as his processionals grease open the flying carburetors of the Hydra poltergeist. And Latin America is a Caesar salad in the wormholes that sporadically crash open into the rhythms of the sempiternal juices of all the wormholes of schizophrenic thoughts, quantum disentangling the schizotypal poltergeists of all the novellas and and uh, and chess grandmaster uh solar radiations somehow pouring into the messianic mental acrobatics of Merlin, the Canadiana horse uh hamstring of all the beautiful of all the beautiful uh uh of all the beautiful sorry, I'm just taking a minute. Of all the beautiful bandwidths of the bandicoots, which wombat into the harpoonic soulscape of Nunavut and North and Yukonite Jade City Manzanita. All right, second poem: Exegesis into the boomerangs of Klingon billboards. The funkiest purple giraffes somehow already know how they knot into the crepuscular twilight with their rhythmic strapped down windows, somehow occidentalizing the Paracelsus and laundry cycles of kippered sardine scanned shackled suns, and the Micmac Lemuria, the stalagmites, the stratagems, as these resinous peppermint spines of Snow White, the merganser, which lenticularizes the confabulations around the Medusae, boiling over the saline crimson window of flying wind enchantresses and the rim of spermatic ukulele-headed unicorns. From the zygotic sempiternity and the salutations of the verbal Minogian jungle, as the solar Hayataki comet and the Halley's comet becomes the battering ram, the lunatica of stag antlers, which birdcage, the skull up mean, and the winterscapes draping over the starlight, and all these incense between the possible world television, where all our daydreams become the entomologist's pipe dream. As Wengazi's butterfly transverses all the motors, sinking starship forward on the Neptunian lanterns, pass between the bloodless infinitesimal red panda surrealist poetesses, which mystagogic the preternatural beaten of all these wildflowers, which bellicose the mollusks, somehow framing the orioles to the beautiful fingernails, slicing open tropical fruits, as these harpooning dream women rip open the gigantic human pyramids, and the vampire of redwoods becomes the Transylvanian dance into the Pyramidal empresses of all the rainstorms of twilight, and the omnitemporal hermaphroditic climatology somehow frontal lobotomizes this glossological phallus, which enclaves the homunculized Cartesian feeder of Klingon boomerangs, which drip the saline semen between the beautiful potsherd and the gold rush at Billy Barker's water wheel, and the ensoulment of all the soulscapes. Bacchanalianizes the bloody hind legs of the glowworms, somehow androcentric. The succotash flun luxor lodge in the quagmires of madroni faced limousines. As feel thanatology doom flashed out upon the bare breast of the metempsychotic enigmatographies, draining out between the buttocks of this Heideggerian ethnomusicography, and this Leviathan mongoose slips its post-humanistic bra into the Rosicrucian Heidelberg Silurian and Navajo Merganser sidereal dances between the archibolus of a proto-panpsychic molasses, which somehow quilts all the quietude for a sempiternity at the violet green beach of the starryscapes, and all this beautiful morphomatic lovemake is somehow dissolving the wormhole cortex of philosophia as it horospexes between the synaesthesical transfiguration of all the manicalizations and diotemiaizations of the coagula, spilling out the gigantic robotic rhinoceros between the mollusk and barnacles raining from the technicolor waterfalls of my quantum chimeric Abula Medulla. All right. And this is the third poem. It's called Scorpion Faced Rhinoceros Businesswoman of the Stars. All the businesswomen of the stars are somehow raining from all the neon green moon's pine ochres, orchidaceous ochres. To weave garter snake itinerary with the porcupine nuns, batter and ram phallic buttock machines. As the ciborium precisely quantum mirror topologies, the pantaloons, which Eucharist, this lamination of the petticoats for the pettifoggers and bootleggers of Timbuktu, as his frostbitten jack-o'-lantern is sliced open with the succulence of pumpkin, rhubarb, lime, marinated chicken upon the solar empress's goblin rubbery sneakers, and the female pope springs open the metallic werewolf with its brassy bras and hips spilled from the hebephrenic monstrance of Finnegan's Wake junkyard packed at the Library of Babel bottle depots, which somehow the clownfish schools change their hermaphroditic sex to the political panarchies of trans-species communication xenodockies, as Andromeda splendors the imperial Romanium, and lightning bolts with a cigarette cigarette pipe and paper. The alchemies butchering these these Darwinian chimeras through the salmon spawn and halibut raining through Dawson Creek and Cache Creek, BC's leprechaun stuffed clouds. As Mother Mary shackles the swan in sidereal handcuffs, which inebriate the lapis lazuli lioness reared on her hind legs through the boat skins of Corellas of Carthago. Just a moment. The pulverization of all the mosques spindling from my eyelashes, as these wormholes of intergalactic schizotypal thoughts become the histrionic personality disorder of all the communalism, plutonically bedazzling all the luminoids that immortalize the swans, recluse, dancing with the huntsman, spiders, and tarantulas, rain dripping all the pantheism into the manzanita bark, where we make love to a sextillion amount of howling cigarette ashtray stars, and the saline salt transfigured of all the myths. It pours down from the colonnades into the siphon sifts, and this pharaonic falconry, twisted all the epitomes of this beautiful purple technicolor moon, clad before a billboard of Quinon aphorisms about Nietzsche and the female Ubermensch. And all these beautiful bombed redwoods sinking their werewolf teeth into the spermatic veins of all the pickup trucks of chronosthesia, tape, all the Dravidian kinfishers launching juggernaut juggling competitions as they unicycle beyond upon the mediumistic bridge, and the pedomaniacal pontifical robotic anteater troopers in their caravans army tanks. This is G.I. Joe, the President Mona Lisa in one Cleopatra, and Hephaestus, uh, uh, Mandrake. For what becomes the carbuncle bootstrap and all this soap studiest squeeziest dish soap through my brain, nailing all the roseate iconoclasts of the starryscapes before all the Minongian jungle demigoddesses, standing before the cabbages and the artichokes, wriggling their bones of all this monkiest after bakes, and somehow they tempestuously bipedalize the Anthropocene principle, where all the quantum consciousness dice games are a Magron and solitaire beautiful gamble, and the Scrabble grandmaster who emanates her milliard stations, which congregation these birdhouse confabulations, and all these got hydraulic stacks of birdhouses as tall as metanoia skyscrapers, standing before all the beauteous melon-headed velociraptors with their paw prints of kamikaze, balsamic, razory sheafs of subtropical ices, Hymettus, the purple lionesses, as they stand barefoot before the bedazzling of spermatic rocketing in aliens, rocketing Yeti aliens would stampede along with the Sasquatch Chalice women before the Latin America feast of all possible thoughts, where schizophrenia is simply a carrion dish serving the enclave of the gibbous sliced up kibbuck moon in the glen of McBride's. Pelitek, Potomac, Rosicrucian Heidelbergian, Quendon, Quorum, Quainocracy, of Sophis, and Azov, and lantern shaded, cal 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 Kazimov. Wait, let me just look up the word. Cosmos. Grammar. Yes, Cosmos. Pawn all the beautiful purple lionesses for the Minogian demigods. Seraphine hips. Thank you so much.